Well,
Yeah, Bob.
we're doing it again.
Yeah, we got to, because Logan came out, and we need to talk about Logan.
The trailer.
Yes.
Trailer.
It's Wolverine for you people who don't know. So yeah, they released the first trailer for the third Wolverine solo film. It's just called Logan. That is his real name. It's once again directed by James Mangold, who directed The Wolverine. It is a very, very different looking piece than anything in the X-Men franchise. Yeah, what'd you think of it?
I really like how it's looking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit afraid that the trailer just looks good and it's not going to look like that when it comes out.
Yeah. I mean, we should be like that with all trailers.
Right.
Every single trailer comes out. But the thing about this trailer is that this definitely looks like something James Mangold would have directed, regardless of whether or not it's a superhero property.
Right.
Let me just pull up his credentials.
Has he played The Last of Us?
I wouldn't be surprised. This looks just like
Yeah.
The Last of Us. I mean, everyone's comparing it to The Last of Us. I think you have Neil Druckmann compared it to The Last of Us.
He did.
So James Mangold has also directed movies like Copland, Girl Interrupted, Identity, and especially 3:10 to Yuma, all like a much more serious adult fare. And 3:10 to Yuma is a Western. And this definitely looks like a Western.
Feels like a Western.
Feels like a Western.
Yeah. It looks visually just like the other X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Visually, like the way it just like it's not stylized in a way that I expect. Like I expected it to look a little darker, maybe a little less saturated colors.
Well, in terms of the color palette, yes. I'm saying they're downplaying the more fantastical elements of this franchise. You do get some of it, like you do see Stephen Merchant as Caliban for a little bit. You do see him pull out his claws. I think you see X-23 pull out her claws.
He goes like this, and something with claws comes down.
Yeah.
The claws look really big, so I don't know if they're X-23s.
Yeah.
And also, how can X-23 have adamantium because she's a little girl? She's going to grow.
I mean, I don't know, maybe they've enhancements to the adamantium process as they molded it to her.
So I don't know how that's going to work. It's also going to be interesting because he's protecting this girl who can't die.
Yeah.
So, like, they're both just going to get messed up.
Well, this is now a world where mutants are, pretty much, they don't exist. Like, there's only, like, a handful.
Right.
So he's now protecting her, not just from dying so much as it is, people trying to kidnap her and use her for experiments like they have been and like they used to do to him.
Like The Last of Us.
Exactly.
So, do you think that... so this is Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Except that they threw in X-23.
Yes. Which I think works. I think that makes sense.
It's Old Man Logan in the aspect that there are no more mutants.
Yeah.
I think in Old Man Logan, he kills all the mutants, right? That's not a spoiler, right?
I'll be honest, I haven't read Old Man Logan.
I think that's like the big thing is that he gets tricked into killing all the mutants. So in this, though, it looks like something else happened that did that. And then I guess, well,
it's the future. It is the future, and it's just that people are the X-Men are slowly dying off. According to the synopsis, it's from the hands of the corporation led by Nathaniel Essex, who is Mr. Sinister.
Well, that at the end of what was the last movie?
Yeah,
whatever, I forgot.
Days of Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
At the end of that, you see
Mr. Sinister's corporation take stuff from the Weapon X program.
So that's presumably to make X-23.
Yeah.
Professor X does say, "Logan, what have you done?"
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that he just killed some bad guys.
Yeah.
Like there were the good mutants that died, and then he killed the rest of them, probably.
Well, there was that script release. James Mangold released the second page of the script, and it pretty much starts with Logan saying the F word and unleashing his claws like he's about to mess people up.
Right.
So
it's going to be a lot of that.
Yeah, it's very clear that Professor X and Wolverine are not in good places right now. Professor X looks terrible.
It's going to be interesting seeing a lot of F words.
Yeah.
Why Yeah, he does look terrible.
Yeah, he's in it a lot more than I thought he would be. I thought it would just be a cameo.
It looks like a you know.
Yeah,
like
I
a
mean,
little
it
group.
looks like he's gonna be like the second male lead in the film,
Right,
for the most part.
This doesn't look like an apocalypse film, but it feels like it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think it's going to be an apocalypse film. It just feels like it. Like,
Well, because it's very bleak and it's in the desert for the most part.
yeah, I think they're just hiding out. But
Yeah.
like, I have a feeling civilization is still going on.
Yeah, there were some shots of like a city,
Yeah,
and they're clearly like cars.
they're
so.
just hiding
Yeah.
or whatever, which is what Wolverine does.
Yeah.
It's like his thing.
He's the best at what he does.
How old do you think Professor X is?
According to the synopsis, it takes place in 2024.
Oh, there you go.
So
my question.
If he's like in his 20s in Days of Future, if he's in his 20s in First Class and that was in the 60s, he's definitely up there.
Yeah,
He might be approaching 100 at this point.
might not even be able to go by that
Yeah.
because people fluctuate age all the time in this franchise.
It said it takes place in the future after Days of Future Past. We'll take that for what you will.
In the future after Days of Future
Yeah.
Past. So
when Wolverine wakes up at the end of Days of Future Past,
that's cool.
yeah. It
So
takes place.
wait. He wakes up and it's like everything's awesome, back to normal. Things are better than normal,
And then
everybody
yeah.
dies.
Yeah.
Nice. Just what everybody wants.
Yep.
I have a feeling there's going to be some time travel going on in this.
I don't think so.
I think at the very end,
No.
we're going to try to save something.
I don't think so. I think this is James Mangold finally got to make the movie he wanted to with a lot less fantastical elements, a lot less overtly sci-fi comic booky elements. They're still in there, obviously, but this is a much more grounded and serious take on the subject matter. So
I think there's going to be like talking to the past self or something, or sending X-23 back or something.
I hope not. I hope that just sounds like a bad time.
Now, who's the
Caliban is played by Stephen Merchant.
Now his power is that he can detect other mutants.
Yes, I mean that sounds like it's going to play into the story.
That's probably why they're keeping him alive.
Yeah,
he was in Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse.
Was he?
Yes, he was. He was the dude who was. Look up Caliban.
He was.
Yeah.
He works as an underground broker with Psylocke. Oh yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
remember when they find Psylocke and
Yeah.
there's that bald dude and he's like, "Can I help you?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, weird." That guy.
Oh wow, look at that.
So what the hell?
It's it's an aged Caliban because
Right.
that was the 80s and this is 2024. That makes sense.
80s, 2024. That is 40 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay. So I guess he could be like 60.
Yeah, we got to see a lot of Boyd Holbrook, who was playing Donald Pierce. He's the guy with the red glasses and the cyborg arm. He
Looks
looks,
a cyborg arm?
yeah,
I didn't notice that.
yeah. He looks to be the main, not the main antagonist, but the one that he's going to. Wolverine's going to come into conflict with the most. Like he's the one actively hunting Wolverine.
Is he a mutant?
I believe technically he is. He's the leader of the Reavers. Let's see here. I don't. Oh wait, maybe he's not.
Cyborg arm
No,
is cool.
cyborg arm though is cool.
Cyborg arm is cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's adamantium because they always
Everything.
find just find
Everything's
more adamantium.
Yeah.
Vibranium, adamantium.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of it.
He is a mutant hater. That's what he is.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. And then we didn't see him in the trailer, or at least I didn't see him in the trailer, but Richard E. Grant is playing Dr. Xander Rice, who is a part of the Weapon X program, and that's all I really know about him. I think he has something to do with X-23. He might be, yeah, he abuses X-23 while she's being created.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, it definitely looks like I'm definitely interested.
I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
I'm interested, excited, very pessimistic about it though, because I don't wanna, go too crazy.
We should be stressed that you definitely should be cautious about it, because X-Men Apocalypse was kind of a letdown. The last two solo Wolverine movies, the first one is just dog garbage. I know people liked the Wolverine. Like, I know people actually liked it. but I wouldn't consider it like upper
Good.
echelon of comic book movies.
It was an okay movie. It wasn't. It doesn't. You got First Class, Days of Future Past. Those movies are awesome.
Yeah.
And then you got the Wolverine. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put it up against X1 and X2.
Yeah, I mean, the Wolverine has a really bad like third act when Silver Samurai comes out.
Yeah, that's like ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it looks like I keep saying, James Mangold finally got to do what he wanted to do.
He finally got to play The Last of Us and was like, I want to make this movie, and they were like, no, you can't. And he was like, fine, I'll just make it with Wolverine.
Yeah, which is fine.
No, you can't, but we need you to make a Wolverine movie. He's like, fine, I'll just make it The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
okay.
for it.
It will be the best Last of Us movie. I guarantee you that. I guarantee the one Sony's trying to make will not be good.
Or just will never happen.
Yeah.
I think something happened. And it was Uncharted.
Actually, no. The best Last of Us movie was The Road.
Oh, yeah. Which I still have to see.
Yeah.
Which The Last of Us was based off of.
Yes.
So that was the other way around.
Yeah.
Last of Us stole from The Road. There won't be zombies in this, though.
No.
Which is fine.
Maybe the reverse, but...
I just hope it's not overtly violent, like too violent.
Right. I feel like they might, just because they're allowed to be rated R. But I hope it's like just enough.
Yeah.
Like it's not...
It serves the story.
Yeah, it's not like a Friday the 13th movie. It's like a good action movie.
Yeah. Well, when they make PG-13 movies, they usually throw in a bunch of stuff and see what they can get away with, and when they can't, they tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they just do whatever they want to normally do without trying to appeal to anybody with violence. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what we want.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little weird that in the Red Band trailer, the only difference is that he just stabs a guy under the jugular through his head.
And even that wasn't like overtly bloody and stuff, and I think it was more brutal because of that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was very real.
Yeah.
And at least his claws are staying on his hand this time.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the Logan?
Wolverine 3, Logan, whatever you want to call it, the final performance of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Let us know down below or anywhere on the internet. He has survived. He has played Wolverine since 2000. He's lasted through 2 Batmen, 2 Supermen, and 3 Spider-Men.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 3 Spider-Men?
3.
Wow.
He lasted through all 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Shows you how good Hugh Jackman is.
Yeah. And ageless.
Yeah.
The beard. I'm liking the beard.
Yeah. It works for this one.
Thank you guys very much.
Have a good week.
Bye.